Hi, so good morning, mabuhay, and blessed be God forever again, dignity and diligence class. So here is Miss Jazz again for our video lesson recording, especially for those who missed some of the parts of our discussion during synchronous time. Okay, so you may use also this one as your review. All right, so how are you today? I hope that you are having a good day, okay, despite of your busy schedule for your online classes. So please be reminded of the following during your synchronous class and while you are watching this video. So first, kindly focus. Second, listen carefully. Third, mute your microphone if you are not asked to talk to. Fourth, raise your hand if you want to talk or you want to share something from the discussion. And for the fifth and sixth one, always turn on your camera so that we can see your faces. And the last one, always enjoy our class. Okay? Alright. So, may I know, are you ready? All right, I think you are ready. And with that, we can now start our day. Okay, so what are we going to have for this day? First, before we proceed on our lesson discussion or new lesson discussion, we'll have the review of the previous lesson that you had in arts. Second, the discussion of the new lesson. And for the last part, our review activity number one and review activity number two. Okay, so let's have it now. So let's start it now. So for our review time, we talk about the ancient art, which is about the prehistoric beginnings and Egyptian art. So as you can remember, the words that we encounter there are Stonehenge. What else? The prehistoric era. All right. What else? And the other artworks that is connected by the Egyptians. All right, the hieroglyphics like that. So don't forget those that we had discussed last time. So after our review for today, let's have now our discussion time. So for our discussion time, our new lesson for today is about classical arts on Greek and Roman arts. Okay, so for today, we're going to focus on Greek and Roman arts. All right, so what makes an art classic? What makes one culture a heritage? On this lesson, we are going to focus on the classical arts of Greeks and Romans, and I hope that you are going to listen carefully. Okay, so let's have now the ancient Greece art. The arts and government of Western culture are patterned after the Greeks. For the Greeks, art was a visualization or expression of individual feelings and ideas. So take note that the arts of the Greeks are more of their emotions and their feelings or their expression of their feelings and ideas. Okay? So for the first one, we have here what they call the Parthenon. Okay, so Parthenon is used to house a massive gold statue of Athena by Phidias. So the style of this structure is called classical. So look on the picture. That is a classical art on Greek arts. Okay, that is Parthenon. Next. So Greek figures in architecture usually, okay, these are figures of the different Greek goddesses or gods. So we have here an example of Poseidon, Apollo, and Artemis. Okay. So it is the East frieze of the Parthenon. Next, we also have here another Greek figure architecture, which is, okay, Athena and Poseidon on battle, reconstruction of the west pediment of Parthenon. So their arts represents the situation or the different scenarios happen between the gods and goddesses. All right. Okay, so what is being observed on the following details on the frieze presented before this slide? So the frieze of Athena, the frieze of Poseidon, like that, and Apollo. So here are the observations. So first, the bodies are placed at different angles, giving them a natural appearance. So as you can see on the frieze, Okay, so their bodies are being angled naturally so that they can also be seen naturally. Then the figures are carved in high relief, so that it will be projected from the surface but not free of it. And also each figure is shown in standard proportion to the others, giving each one equal importance. So that one figure and another figure have equal importance, or we can see it equally. Okay, next. All right, now let's have or talk about the Greek columns. So what are these columns? Hindi ito yung mga columns na pag ganon, yung sa paper, ganyan. So these Greek columns are this one. Okay, that is one example. And that example is called Doric. Okay, can you say Doric? All right. So what is Doric? Sorry. So Doric is the simplest column. All right. So as you can see in the picture, it's just, or it has a simple design. Its capital is a circle topped by a square. That simplicity continues down the 20 sides. It does not have a base. So as you can see on the picture, it just have a square at the top. Okay. It has a simple design. Again, that is Doric. Next, let's go to the second column. The second column is Ionic. What is Ionic? Okay, so taller and more slender than the Doric column. Its capitals are scrolls. Its shafts are designed with a slight bulge to make it appear straight. Its base is large and looks like stack ring. Okay, so it has a design on the side of a stack ring, and it is taller than a Doric, and when we say slender, it's slimmer than a Doric. Okay? Next, after Ionic and Doric, we also have the third one which is called Corinthian. Can you say Corinthian? Okay. So Corinthian is the most decorative. Its capitals are decorated with leaves and scroll as you can see on the picture. Its shafts have a slight bulge to make it look straight. Okay, the tallest among the three. So that is the tallest among the three. Okay, that is Corinthian. All right. So since we're done with the Greek arts, let's now proceed to the ancient Romans. Okay. So skilled Greek artists and architects work on many Roman projects. So as the Roman Empire spread, so did the ideas and images of ancient Greece. So what does it mean? So the different Roman arts are also connected with the Greek arts. Okay, they have comparisons too, since some of the Greek artists worked with many Roman projects. Okay, so this is the first one. Okay, Roman cities grew and required large amounts of water. That is why they need to build, okay, aqueducts. Okay, and since the engineers in Romans and Greeks are really good, they build a barrel vault, which is stretched arc or a series of arcs wherein it helps a large amount of water be balanced on that place. And that form a curved ceiling called Point du Gard. Okay, so that is the Point du Gard in Rome. And it is the most famous part of Roman aqueduct. Next, we also have here what they called or what they have the Roman Colosseum. So this is the early stadium of Rome or their freestanding Colosseum or Coliseum. So nowadays, all that is left of the huge arena is a ruin. Why? Because the marble seats and intricate decorations that once graced was stolen or were stolen. So sayang. But then it is still a masterpiece of the Roman or the ancient Rome. Next. So we also have here the Roman Pantheon. So what is the Roman Pantheon? So the Roman Pantheon means temple of every god. It is used to be a Roman temple commissioned by Marcus Agrippa during the reign of the Emperor Augustus. That is during the 27 BCE, okay, and the 14 CE. Also, it has a circular structure with a postigo of huge granite material Corinthian columns under a pediment. It is one of the best preserved ancient Roman structures in the history. So as you can see, okay, the columns of the said Pantheon is made of Corinthians design. And one of their usual architecture is the circular, okay, the circular structure, and it is made of granite material. Okay, next, we also have here the Roman bust. So what is the Roman bust? It is a work of art usually focusing on the face of a person, an animal, of group, or group of people. So it's more of the head or the face. Roman sculpture borrowed heavily from Greeks. In fact, many well-known artists of the ancient Rome were Greek themselves. And these are the examples. So we have here the bust of Euripides during the 330 BC Pio Clementino Museum, Vatican. So that is where you can see that, the bust of Euripides. We also have here, okay, we also have here the head of Agrippina, the elder 2nd century CE, Louvre, Paris. So you can see that head of Agrippina in Louvre, Paris. All right. So that's it about the Roman and Greek art. So do you have a question? If you have, don't hesitate to message Miss Jazz or Miss Barney to confirm some information about it. Okay? So I have here also some review activity that you can answer or help you review your lesson. So all you need to do is to read the questions carefully, write the letter of the correct answer on your whiteboard or your paper or notebook. Then there's also an answer afterwards. If you think the video is too fast, you can pause it to read the question or statement carefully. Okay? So here is the first one. So the answer on that question is number 2. The answer is number 3. So the answer is number 4. The answer is number 5. The answer is number 6. The answer is number 7. So the answer is number 8. Okay, this is for number 8 to 10. You just need to draw the 3 columns on your whiteboard, the Ionic, the Doric, and the Corinthian. All right, so that's it. So if you're done with review activity number 1 and you were not able to answer the art module for lesson 2, please answer it. All right, so that's page 13. And we'll be also sending the review activity pages and the Google form to your advisor or to your GC. Okay, so I think that's it. So reminders, everybody, don't forget to answer your module and your Google Forms tomorrow on your asynchronous class. Okay, so I think it's time for me to say goodbye again, Dignity and Diligence, and I hope that you learned something new today on our arts. Okay, so bye.